Hey YouTube, my name is Shelly. Welcome back to my channel. Y'all, in this video, we're going to be talking about what's sewing on or what's on my sewing table. I haven't completely decided what I'm going to call this video, but that's the gist of it. I'm going to be sharing projects that I'm currently working on and things that I am going to be starting today, this weekend, and planning to finish in the near future. So if that is something that you're interested in seeing, please stick around. So this week's projects looks like a lot of unfinished bags, 2 blankets, a robe for my daughter, as well as a dress for myself. So it's a lot, I know, but many of these bags are very close to being done. And with the embroidery for the blankets, I can embroider the blankets while I work on some of the other things. So I kind of got it all figured out, y'all, because I've been trying to be more deliberate, or I'm trying to make more realistic sewing plans, because a lot of times I feel like I can accomplish way more than I actually can in the time that I have to sew. So I have been writing out my sewing plans and then spending the weekdays, because a lot of times during the week I don't really get to sew because work. And then I drive a long distance. I drive about 50 miles each way to work every day. So sometimes when I come home, I am gassed. So many days during the week, I just don't get to sew. So this past Thursday and Friday, I did make time to come into my sewing space. I cleaned it up. I organized everything, and then I laid out, you guys can't see it right now, but I laid out all of the things that I want to accomplish this weekend. All right, so first I'm going to share with you guys the blankets that I'm going to start on. And so here's the fabric for the first one. It's a cute little, I believe it's called like a blizzard fleece I got from Joann a long time ago. And there are little sheeps on it. I'm going to be using this fabric to make a blanket for a little baby. Actually, one of my husband's friends recently had a little girl, their first child, and so he wanted me to make a blanket for them. And I had this fabric already in my stash, so it was perfect. And then the second fabric is, it's upside down, but this really cute unicorn fabric. It's also the same material, the blizzard fleece or nursery fleece. I'm not sure exactly what they call it, but I also got this from Joann a long time ago. But this is another blanket that I will be making and embroidering for my godchild. And so FYI, I won't be embroidering on this fabric or the fabric that I showed earlier. I will be doing the embroidery on this fabric. Figured I could just use the same fabric for both of those, since both of those have this same color pink in there. It's also another fleece. I usually use Minky when I do the blankets, but this was cheaper and I wanted to see how well it took the embroidery. And so I got 3 yards, or maybe 2.5 yards. I can't remember, but I did the measurements for both of those so I would have just enough. So now I'll show y'all my organized chaos right here. So now on to my organized chaos. Like I said, most of these bags are very close to being done. So this one, for example, the bag is done. All I need to do is utilize this fabric to make a wristlet for the bag. This bag is inside out, so it's kind of difficult to see, but it is a, hopefully y'all can see that. But it's a boxy bag that I just need to create some tabs to sew down here and then put it together. This is a bag that I shared in my last weekly vlog. This right here is done. Well, it's kind of done. I still have to do the binding there, which is this fabric here. I just got to cut this to make the binding to go around this bag, and this is the pouch that's going to sit inside. And then this bag is the same as this bag. This one just has not been turned inside out yet. Pretty sure I just need to sew together the inside of the bag and then give it a good press and it will be all done. All right, next up I have this Simplicity 9618 and I'm going to be using this fabric here. It is it's like a vinyl, a jelly vinyl. This is the nylon webbing that I got to go with it, and then all of the hardware is pink. So I'm excited to make this. It's going to be super cute. I'm going to be making view B. However, I will say this bag is for me. There's no rush for me to get this done this week. So if I do have to table something, it will be this bag. And also, if y'all are interested in seeing me put this bag together, it's going to be a little different than this, obviously, because since I'm using this jelly, I don't plan on doing a lining for the bag. So I have to definitely make some changes to it to make it work. But if you're interested in seeing a sew along for this, let me know in the comments. Okay, and lastly, I have all of this material here that I will be turning into a bag. So I had a customer send me some jeans from her and her spouse that she wants me to use to make a tote bag. I'm going to use this black canvas material that I already had in stock. I did have to go find, let's see, hopefully y'all can see this. I did have to go find this canvas right here that's going to be used on the exterior of the bag because she chose this webbing as her handles, and so I wanted to get some canvas that matched so everything looks pretty cohesive. And so this bag right here is where I plan to spend most of my time, not because the tote bag is hard, but just making sure placement is right, cutting the jeans up, seam ripping the pockets off, and different parts of the jeans to use with the bag. So this is where I plan to spend most of my time. So I plan to go ahead and start with these, right? The low-hanging fruit. Go ahead and do what I need to do to accomplish these so that I can get most of these bags done, so that when I start on this bag, I can focus my whole attention on it. All right, so lastly, the dress for me. Y'all, I have about this much motivation to make a dress for myself. It's a combination of me being indecisive and just really not being able to find quality fabric locally that I want to use for the dress. And yes, I probably could have ordered something, but you know, that takes time. And I don't like ordering fabric online because I feel like 9 times out of 10 you get it and it is not giving what it was given on the internet. So I'm going to show y'all some fabric. I'm going to show y'all this really pretty fabric that I found at Joann for like $13. It's a satin fabric and it just feels really nice. I actually found this morning. I slid out to Joann this morning just to look through the McCall's pattern book because McCall's patterns are on sale right now, even though they are $2.99. Like what? $2.99? Y'all couldn't do $2.40? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not complaining. But I was able to find this at Joann this morning and I thought it was so pretty. And it matches my shoes, my sneakers that I'm going to be wearing to the sneaker ball next Saturday, which is why I need a dress. And it was on the clearance rack, and when it rang up and it was $13, and this is 3.5 yards. This is a lot of fabric. I don't know what dress I'm gonna make, but I figured 3.5 yards should work for most dresses. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a pattern that I picked up today. I actually picked up 4 or 5 patterns I'm not a today, fan of all that's going on down here.
For the dress,
and obviously I could adjust that. But I thought
So
this was really
is
pretty. McCall's 7320. And so I really like this dress. I wasn't able to find any mesh that matched my dress. And so if I were to make this, I would obviously have to do view C or view A. And through looking at them right here, I really can't tell a difference at I don't know what the difference is between these two. Let me see if I can tell on the line drawing. Oh, okay, I see it now. The difference is how far like this arch is in the front. That's kind of straight across, and that comes up a little bit. Okay, so this is option 1. And let's see how much fabric I would need. Y'all, my camera battery died. So I just had to change it real quick. I swear these batteries do not last for nothing. But anyway, if I'm gonna make this dress, I need more fabric. For my size, I need 4 1/4 of a yard. 4 yards and 1/4 yard of fabric. All right, and here are just some other choices that I already have. Vogue 9311. It's really not giving ball, so I'm on the fence if I want to use this. However, I feel like if I use it, I could probably get more wear out of it. Like I can wear that on a date night. Like it's not doing too much, but I don't know. Maybe next to all the girlies with their ball dresses on, you know, it might just look real casual. So I don't know. And then this one, this is Simplicity 8013. Of course, this dress is gorgeous, and I'm sure if you're on the social medias, you have seen many people recreate this dress. But y'all, I was looking at how much fabric is needed for this dress. And depending on the width of the fabric, if the width of the fabric is 45 inches, I would need 10 yards of fabric. 10 yards is crazy. That is a lot of fabric. Like, I low-key don't even know if I will ever use this because of how much fabric is required. And I mean, it looks like a lot of fabric, but it don't look like 10 yards. So, I'm going to sit this down because I don't know. Okay, and lastly, I have a pretty older Simplicity pattern. It is Simplicity 9973. I've had this in my stash for a while. I actually think I got this from, I'm pretty sure I got this from my best friend's mom. But let's see how old it is. Okay, copyright 2001. So wow, 2001. That was 23 years ago. Okay, but anyway, this is obviously a knit dress. I really like this view here and this view here. But I've always looked for knits. I've been looking for knits, dressy knits at the Joann's that are close to me. And they never have any knits that look nice enough to wear to, you know, a formal event. I mean, they do have some velvets, and velvet might not be a bad choice for this dress, but I don't know, y'all. I'm giving myself to the end of today to figure out what I want to do, because I feel like I might just order a dress at this point. And that's okay. I don't have to make every dress I wear to every event. I mean, it would have been nice to wear a dress that I made myself, but I think it just comes down to time and the fact that I need to prioritize other stuff right now, especially bags to paying customers. Plus, I'm going to Frocktails in Atlanta in May, y'all, and the fact that April is next week, I really need to focus on that because obviously I have to make my dress for that. And I think I know what I'm going to make. I definitely have bought a few patterns that I'm going to mesh together to make one dress. And I've started looking for fabrics for that. And I think I might end up going back to Dallas, y'all. If y'all saw my last video, which was the sorority retreat recap, I had a little bit of footage in there from all of the wonderful fabric stores they have in Dallas. And when I tell you there was so much to choose from, it can be a little overwhelming, especially if you don't know what you're going to make. But the fact that about 95% of the dress that I want to make, I think I could go back up there and positively find something to use. It would just be narrowing down the color. And I don't know. I told y'all I'm indecisive. But anyway, that is it for today's video. I have shared all of the projects that I am going to be working on immediately, with the plan to have them done by the end of the week. So Friday next weekend, I hope to have all these things done. I do plan to share, or at least create a few shorts of me making this tote bag for my customer using these jeans. And if you guys want a sew along for this simplicity bag, let me know in the comments. So thank you guys for being here, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.